Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Unmixed and Unmastered, episode 24, and I'm here today with Harry, who you may know
Yo.
from the Velvet Underground episode we did. And yeah, what do you want to talk about today?
So today I wanted to talk about the final album from Thinking Fellers. I think the some of their other albums, Strangers and Mother of All Saints, they get, and I guess
Mhm.
Admonishing the Bishops as a, I don't know, I guess it's an EP. They
Yeah,
get a lot
yeah.
more attention, but I think this album's like really underrated. It's their like most polished from a production standpoint. Like there's a
Yeah.
lot more going on than their other records. Like a lot more involved production wise. I think part of that is because it was made like piecemeal. Um, at this point, I think all of the members of the band were no longer living together, and
Hmm.
so they would just like stop in the studio every now and then and put something together. But you know, I think like the songwriting is as good, if not better, than most of their prior releases. I feel like at a certain point, it just kind of comes up to dumb luck whether you write something that grabs a lot of people's attention. I think their biggest song is "My Pal the Tortoise."
Yeah.
Um, I think like any song on this record, well, maybe not any song, but like a lot of the songs on this record are like just as good as that. They're just a little
Hmm.
less like uh accessible or something. There's like a lot more like brooding ambience and like
Hmm.
a lot more like noise rock sort of like dissonance and weird little fellers tangents that they go on this record. So yeah, I wanted to do this one. I think enough people know about Strangers, and if you know about Strangers, you probably find Mother of All Saints.
Yeah.
So
And yeah, what um like drives you to like this band? Because I know this is your favorite band. You'd say.
one of for sure, yeah. Um, I think it's like this band is very collaborative. Um,
Hmm.
like you can they show you firsthand like the songwriting process. Like literally, there's a track on this record called "Birth of a Rock Song" that's just like it's feller filler, and it's just like everyone jamming in a room, like playing like stupid riffs, like really
Hmm.
loud, like
Hmm.
disorganized. Um, but you know, a lot of their songs are written from jams. Pretty much everyone does vocals. I think the only, even though he's credited as doing vocals, the only person I never noticed doing vocals is the drummer,
Yeah.
Jay Paget. But everyone has lead vocals on different tracks. Um, you know, they experiment with a lot of different instruments. They have a lot of the personality of the members and the group like personality as well, like comes across in the lyrics. Maybe not like hmm. There are moments that I think of where I'm like, this is like extremely like Feller's brain, like Hornet's Heart, or on this record, what's it called? Is it on this record? In the Stars, I Sizzle Like a Battery. I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
that's off.
that's on here.
Yeah, the Barker. Like they have a very specific sense of humor.
Hmm.
Um, that comes across for sure in a lot of these songs. But they also have like this kind of like Americana, like gothic thing sometimes going on in their lyrics. Sometimes like a little bit of like sci-fi or horror, like the
Yeah.
Operation, or what's the one, Elgin Miller, like those tracks. It comes across a little bit. Um, they're just really great at like building a world with their
Hmm.
records, and they have like these weird little, they love like these certain kinds of riffs that are like kind of obnoxious but like infectious at the same time. I
They
mean,
feel like almost like Polvo or like Sonic Youth
yeah,
riffs, like very dissonant. Like,
yeah,
um,
they have a lot of that, but they also have like a lot of like, it's like kind of goofy sometimes. It's like
yeah.
goofy in a way that gets under your skin.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. There's I really like this band, I think, and yeah, but there's something that there's like an issue, and I think it's the Feller filler. I don't
Yeah,
really.
you don't like it?
No, I'm not a big fan. Like I listened to Mother Mother of All Saints, right? That's the one.
Yeah,
And that probably has like the most I've
the
heard.
most. Yeah,
Yeah, and I'm like it's it's too much. I don't know. I think cuz I think they're just great like songwriters. Like there's one song on here where Anne sings.
yeah,
It's like a short one. And I think that is like an amazing song. I wish they like did more of that and like My Palpitore's like, you know, pop
yeah.
songs, I
It's like
guess.
a rare, earnest moment from the band. That song with Anne.
Yeah, so I think
They don't
like
really
yeah.
do a lot of that.
Yeah, so I think I don't know. They just don't do that, and I feel like it kind of sabotages them from me like loving them, you know. I don't know.
You think they're like a little too indulgent with like the goofy stuff,
Yes. I,
not sincere enough?
yeah, I don't know. It's just I feel like it just goes nowhere and I don't know. Like it doesn't really appeal to me maybe. I don't know. Mm.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I think having been having sat in on a lot of those sessions myself, not with this band, obviously,
Mhm.
but like similar like jam sessions, whatever, where people are just like farting around.
Yeah.
Um, it's cool to me to hear the process a little bit, and
Mhm.
also, yeah, they're not a very sincere band. Um, they're definitely they like to joke, they like to have fun. They're But I don't know. I wouldn't say it's like they're super like detached like irony people either. It's kind of just like they like to tell stories. They like to put stories in their songs, and they themselves are not the characters in the story a lot of the time.
Mhm.
Or if they are, it's like a very surreal story that is not really grounded in reality, like the operation or something. Like I had a dream where, that's in the song he's saying like, if I remember correctly, he's saying like he dreamt that he like woke up in the middle of an alley somewhere and someone was
Mhm.
like operating on him or whatever. Like not totally uh
Sincere,
not very personal
personal, yeah.
songs. Yeah. But there to me it's like I don't know. I really enjoy uh that like world building kind of thing. It feels like a Coen Brothers movie sometimes or something like that. But I also just think like going back to like why this band. I think that they're like the most slept on like
Mhm.
noise rock sort of band of the 90s for sure. Probably because of when they chose to end their career and the fact that they like rarely ever did any reunion stuff. Um
Wait, so at this point, their last record, were they very like popular and they like kind of ended it off like that at their like height, or were
yeah,
they?
kind of. They went on the band live in the 90s, took them on tour. It was like a their biggest tour that they'd ever been on, and like live is like a band that has radio play. Um
Mm-hmm.
and and the opener, being the opener, like everyone hated them because no one understood like
Yeah.
what Thinking Fellers was. And so it was like the end of the Nirvana sort of boom in the record industry, the music industry, and they kind of realized they hit a wall and they couldn't get much bigger than they were. And it was, they were like, I think in their late 20s, probably, you
Mm-hmm.
know, had to figure something out other than being in a noise rock band or whatever. Um,
Yeah, they're
and they just
more
sort of like
more like.
moved to different cities.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think they were at their peak. They were if you listen like on the Internet Archive, there's like a ton of live sets that they've done that people got like soundboard recordings and uploaded them. They sound like incredible as a live band, like one of the
Mm.
best I've heard, and they just sound like everyone in the crowd like loves them. Like it sounds like a great time. So
I
I
might have
think,
to look at that song.
yeah, they're just like a incredible live band.
Are
Like if
they are they like very like theatrical like performers or?
they're just like super tight, and I think a lot of the
Mm.
time the live performances sound as good or better than the album, depending on the song. Like certain songs, I think there's the Peel session that they did that I sent you early on. Um,
Oh, I didn't look at
I was
that.
like,
Sorry.
no, it's all good. But there's like two, at least two songs on there where like the performance on the Peel session is like orders of magnitude better than the record.
Hmm.
Um, Trying to think of the what the song was off the top of my head. Um, but yeah, I mean, they're just like a incredible live band. A lot of people, like Animal Collective, really looked up to
Yeah.
them. Very influenced by them. I don't know if you could see it at this point yet. I know it's been a while since we had the discussion, but
Wait, like of
uh,
Animal Collective?
yeah, the influence that they've,
Yeah, I think I read that AVTR was really into them, right? That was
yeah,
on, I don't know, on their Wikipedia page, I think. Well,
yeah, the geologist too.
yeah, and I kind of see it a little bit. Maybe their early records were like kind of Thinking Fellers esque in a way, or like kind of influenced. What do you think?
Yeah, I think like the voices, the like vocal affect that they do sometimes. I think that is definitely like a Thinking Fellers thing, and like the way that they structure parts in the songs feels like uh it's something I can't easily put into words because of like the musicality of it, like the theory behind how it works. But like I guess different instruments playing synchronous to each other and like starts and stops and things like that. I feel like they get some of that from the Thinking Fellers, but
Hmm.
it's difficult to
Explain,
put
yeah.
into words. Yeah, but
I mean,
yeah,
Animal Collective is a hard band to put into structure. So,
yeah, that too.
and yeah, you want to introduce the members?
Yeah, so um, yeah, this band usually has three guitar players. So there's Hugh Swartz, Mark Davies, and Brian Hagman. Um, and sometimes, they'll play different things. Brian will play viola sometimes. Mark will play banjo.
Hmm.
Um, Loads of other things on the records. And then Anne plays bass and vocals. Mark sometimes plays bass too. They'll have like two basses going at the same time. And then Jay
Oh,
plays drums. They all do vocals on the records, but Jay is the only one who, as far as I could tell, doesn't have lead vocals on a track.
he's a background guy.
Yeah. I mean, he played guitar in some other bands. He contributes guitar on the records, probably other instruments too, but it's
Hmm.
impossible to know like who wrote what really.
Yeah, kind of like Deerhoof. Like
Yeah.
they'll just like suggest riffs for them to play.
Yeah, or like one person will write an entire song by themselves and record it, and it's just
Like
on the record.
Odyssey, but on the Runners for exactly.
Yeah, or I feel like Ed has songs too, but
Ed on the maybe on the Magic. He has one.
yeah,
It's like the garage rock song. I can't think of the
yeah,
name.
dude, that song fucking rips. They played it last night. I was so happy.
Oh, okay. Wait. Yeah. Speaking of this weekend, you went to a Deerhoof concert.
Yeah,
Uh, and how was that?
this they were really, really good as you would expect. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's there's not a whole lot that you can like say about it that isn't encapsulated by just like
Yeah.
if you watch them, like but like seeing it live, it is a little bit surreal.
Yeah.
Just
Greg Saunier,
seeing like
aka the most impressive drummer of all time.
he's Greg is like how good Greg is, but and you like when you watch videos of Deerhoof, you watch Greg a
Mm,
lot of the
yeah.
time because you know that he is kind of gonna move at his own speed, and then everyone else kind of has to like hang on. And I've
Mm,
noticed like Satomi kind of tries to like keep things steady.
yeah.
Like she'll keep the beat when Greg goes nuts.
Yeah.
But
I think I saw like I read an interview that like Susomi like really struggles with like Greg like because sometimes he'll play way too loud and it's like hard to it's like
yeah,
too chaotic and yeah.
yeah, and it's also he does like the intentional like slowing down or speeding up of the
Mm-hmm.
song. And Satomi, I think something you don't pick up on too well unless you're paying attention is like the fact that Satomi is really like keeping the tempo a lot of the time.
Mm.
Because the things that Ed and John are doing are so like
Oh my
precise,
god, they're so
and
good.
watching their hands move together at the same time is kind of like nuts to see, like just some of the maneuvering that they have to do to play some of those riffs
Mm.
and to be so fast.
Yeah, we talked about this in the Deerhoof episode. John's sense of melody is, I don't know, he's so good at guitar.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah, they're all good.
they all write like really memorable stuff, and I don't know, it was really cool. It was a great venue too. It was at
Mm.
Radio East in Austin. Um, Outdoor show.
Nice.
Normally, outdoor shows like have not great sound compared to indoor shows, but it
Mm-hmm.
was pretty good. I was
Mm.
right up at the front, so I can't say I got like the. It wasn't, you know, at a with live sound, it's sort of focused toward a certain point in the audience. Like you're going to have the best sound standing in a certain spot, and standing directly in front of the stage is not that spot. But for
Yeah.
what it was worth, it sounded pretty good. And yeah, they played a lot of cool stuff. They played a cover of Silver Apple's
Oh.
Oscillations that had like a lot of other stuff mixed in.
Mm.
I posted a video in there, but it was tight. Recommend it if you have a chance.
Yeah, if you ever,
Go see Deerhoof
I wish, man. I live in Edmonton, bro. There's no concerts here.
one day.
Yeah,
One
one
day.
day. And yeah, that is my favorite band. So, and now we're yeah. Um. Anyways, it's not about Deerhoof. This is
Well,
yeah.
I think that there's some maybe like spiritual kinship between these two bands a little bit.
Yeah, like the sense of collaboration, I think.
Yeah,
Like
and I feel like musically they're not like crazy far apart from each other either.
yeah, I would say so. They're great songwriters, I think.
Yeah.
Like, All right, what were we talking about? Thinking fellers.
So we
Yeah,
went
the
through
members.
the members.
So how do you know how they so first where are they from and how did they
So
form?
they most of them are from Iowa. I think I forget where Hugh and Jay are from originally. I think Jay might be from the Bay Area or California. Um, but I think Ann and Mark went to high school together in Iowa City, maybe. I don't know off the top of my head, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they knew each other early on, and I think they both knew they wanted to do music. They had like some different bands, and then Brian was also in another band in the same sort of area called Horny Genius, and eventually, I think they all decided to play music together, and they all relocated to the Bay Area, to San Francisco, and that's they had a different drummer for a little while. Paul Bergman, I think, was his name.
Mm-hmm.
He's on like the first record, maybe first two records. Excuse me, and then swapped out for Jay. Um, I think they might have known Hugh in Iowa. I'm not completely sure, but
Hmm.
yeah, they're a Bay Area band, same as Deerhoof
Oh, nice. Yeah.
originally, if I recall correctly.
And so they all lived together or
For a
before
time,
this.
yeah,
Yeah.
there was a time when they all lived in the same house, and they would practice together, and they had like a two inch reel tape machine, and record their jam sessions on it.
Hmm. Yeah, and that's like their process is to jam out and then pick out the parts they like kind of.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of everything. I think they write things intentionally because a lot of stuff is pretty intricate,
Mm-hmm.
and there's like very specific like starts and stops and things like that, that you can't really easily plan in
Yeah.
a jam session environment.
But
So I
that
think
yeah,
there's
that's like their yeah.
composition and collaboration for sure.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I okay. So I couldn't listen to all of them, but I listened to, of course, the one we're talking about, "Strangers from the Universe" and "Mothers of All Saints," and I listened to the EP as well. the famous one.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name, but what were some of the early records like? Were they similar to?
Um, Wormed by Leonard is like more individual songwriting from different members. Obviously they're still like playing together, but it's like one person would bring like a more fully formed idea. It's a lot more lo-fi, I would say for sure,
Mm-hmm.
and I think the drumming was not as like sophisticated as what Jay brought to the table later on. Still good, but it was not as focused. Now, some of the songs though on Worm by Leonard are still like some of the fan favorites. Um, and Tangle as well. They really don't have like a dud record, as far as
Mm-hmm.
I'm concerned, anyway. All of them are pretty solid quality, and that's saying something for the fact that like when you take into account that their sort of process for knowing when a record was like ready is just like, do we have enough songs?
Mm.
So,
So when was their limit?
and
Like, because there's a lot.
Wormed by Leonard is pretty long, if I remember correctly. I have all of them except Lovelyville and Wormed on vinyl. I think Wormed. I don't know if it's ever been on vinyl. I think it's only been on cassette. I could be wrong. And then Bulbous Monocle. They haven't reissued Lovelyville yet. I'm sure I could get a copy cheap on Discogs, but anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, they're all pretty good. It's not like super. It's not like a huge departure stylistically from one record to the next. You know, they
Mm-hmm.
go through like kind of phases like all bands, but it's not like drastic.
Yeah, or like big sound shifts. I guess only in the
Yeah.
production, uh, as you
Yeah.
mentioned.
Yeah, that is like the big thing that comes into play mostly with the last record, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
The other records, the production value is there, but it's not like as big a part of the songwriting as Bob Denner's.
Yeah, I see. And so yeah, let's talk about yeah, so there's 14 songs and there's still like interludes, little ones, and which we
Yeah,
won't cover, but yeah, they do that a lot, I think, the interludes and stuff. And
yeah. I think sometimes you just have like a idea that's not a fully formed thing, or like it doesn't. No one adds vocals to it or something, and you just kind of throw it on there.
mhm. And yeah, and they would call this like filler, right?
Yeah,
And yeah, can you explain what filler is? To
Feller filler for the most part, it's like affectionately pejorative. I guess depends on who you ask.
mm,
It's like love it or hate it. It's their lo-fi like home recordings that they put on the records. I think it's not unique to them. Other bands have certainly done this,
yeah.
but they do it with like a higher frequency than a lot of people. And I think
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like there's something called demoitis, which is like when an artist gets so attached to the demo of their song that they like feel like they can't change it anymore, or like if they try to re-record it, it won't have the same magic. And I think that there's like a element of that at play with some of the Feller filler. It's like things that are like sort of fucked up sounding, not really developed ideas, or maybe they're just like goofs.
Mm-hmm.
And there's something about it that like you start to love,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're like, well, let's put it on there. Why not? They say it's some of their favorite stuff, and I totally get why. And like some
Mm-hmm.
of the Feller filler is like some of my favorite because I do like enjoy listening to them be like fucking goofy.
Yeah, there's one
um,
on Strangers of the Universe or Mothers of All Saints, I think. It's the one where he tunes his guitar. That is my
Tuning
favorite.
notes.
Yeah, that's probably the best one, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
It's good.
yeah,
They're kind of like the residents of indie rock or noise rock.
yeah. They have a
Like
Resonance cover too.
yeah, oh, I didn't know that. And
Yeah,
yeah, kind of messing around with like kind of the residents like messing around with like a synthesizer for, I don't know, on like a CD that you can buy on Discogs for $100. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they do they do put a lot of this on their records, but yeah,
mhm.
this record I would say only has like one truly like filler kind of song, which would
Mhm.
be Birth of a Rock Song. As far as I can remember. Maybe is it You Will Be Eliminated that's only like 45 seconds?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like borders on it, but it's not quite. That's more of like a proper interlude because it still has like studio production value.
Mhm.
It doesn't sound like it was recorded on like a ghetto blaster or something. So
I see. Yeah, and is there anything that needs to be said here? Um,
um
you want to talk about the cover, I guess, because
yeah, so I don't
I don't know what it is. It's like a orange or something. I don't
I don't know either. It kind of looks like a light fixture with like a lot of like color filtering
know.
on top of it. I'm probably way off. I have
Yeah, I
no
don't
idea
know.
what it is. But hold on one second. Let me grab the LP.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
In grabbing the LP in the Thinking Fellers T-shirt as well.
Oh yeah. So the LP, you get this nice picture of the band.
Well, all suited up.
Yeah. Uh, but it has some other like similar sort of. I don't know what the original photo was, but whatever this is, it has the same like treatment, same color treatment. So yeah, I don't know.
It looks like
Um,
a Swans album cover, kind of.
I do think it's interesting when you were on the slide that had the back of like the CD on it.
Mm-hmm.
Something I hadn't noticed is this was recorded at Tiny Telephone. Um, so
Mm-hmm.
that's interesting. But yeah,
And
Greg Freeman, he produced. Go on.
oh, sorry. Where's what was it? The studio you said?
Tiny Telephone, which I think has also closed down at this point. But that was like a bit of an institution
Well, what kind of
for
what
recording.
records were there? If you know.
Um, Off the top of my head, I don't know like individual records, but I do know that it was like a pretty respected space. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think, what's the guy's name that ran it? He's got. I hate to like Google stuff in the middle of
That's okay. I can actually
doing
search
this,
up
but
the albums that were recorded in where.
yeah. Um,
What
just
was it?
tiny telephone. Once I see the guy's name, I'll be like, oh yeah, yeah, John Vanderslice.
And okay, so oh wait, no, this is oh my gosh, I don't know. Wait, is there like a? I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
there you go.
guys. Wait, we'll
Yeah, I
just look
mean,
at one. Yeah, Death Cab for Cutie recorded here.
yeah,
So that's a and the Magnetic Fields obviously. Those two are big indie bands. Of
yeah, and they're like famously all analog. Like they do not. Uh, as far as if I remember correctly, they don't let people do anything digital there. Like
hmm,
in terms of recording, like you can use digital effects or whatever, but
they
they
won't let
wouldn't.
you record
Yeah,
on
you're not
digital.
gonna go there and use Pro Tools. So
Hop on FL Studio real quick.
probably even less likely.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Um,
but
yeah.
yeah, Greg Freeman, he produced this or recorded this. I would imagine. Yeah, it says produced as well. Um, I think he recorded a lot of their material over
Hmm.
the years. I think he's like their primary recordist
I see. I
recordist of
see.
choice. The only other person I can think of that's recorded the Thinking Fellers is Albini.
Oh, Steve Albini, really?
Yeah, I think he only recorded like one EP. I think it's Admonishing the Bishops, but I could be wrong.
Hmm. I see.
They were just like in town on tour, and they stopped in to record it.
Oh, that's cool. Hmm. And
Yeah,
yeah, I guess bringing up the reviews. I know. I think isn't famously Mark Prindle really into this? He's really into this band. Do you know?
I'm not familiar off the top of my head,
Oh,
but
yeah, I don't know. He's the
oh yeah, okay. I blanked, but yeah, he's the guy that has the website where he like it's like a Web 1.0 website
yeah.
with interviews with the band and stuff like that. Yeah, I think he was just like a big Bay Area guy in general.
Hmm.
Um, I feel like he's written about a lot of these bands, like I don't know, probably Caroliner and I don't know, Vomit Launch or something.
I know famously he's the biggest Yola Tango fan of all.
Okay,
So that's what he's known for, I think. But yeah, he also likes this and I wrote about them a lot. And yeah, so this album it was received really well. Like I think and this was did they plan for this to be their last record?
yeah, I think so. I think they knew there wasn't really going to be another record after this one, although there is, but there's not. It's a comp.
Mm,
It's not an actual like, you know,
real
record. It's
album.
just like
Yeah.
things that were on 7 inches or whatever that
Oh, that's cool.
or things that were never released.
Hmm.
Um,
Oh,
but
you
yeah, this is
know.
their last studio album.
Hmm. And wait, you know what I realize? Um,
Hmm,
I think I would compare this band to you know the band Quickspace.
I don't.
Uh, Quickspace. I think you would like them, but there's just not really much feller filler. It's like this, but like Stereo Lab pop mixed in. Like
Interesting.
I
All
I
right, yeah.
I
You'll have to
think.
remind me because that sounds very up my alley.
Hmm, yeah. Okay, I got you. But yeah, I think that's the one I was thinking of when listening to this or all the records. Like, yeah, Quickspace.
Yeah,
And yeah, you want to jump into the first song?
sure.
And yeah, this
Oh,
is oh yeah, this
there's
is
the picture.
the vinyl cover. Oh wait, and this is another clip. So for the listeners.
Yeah, so I think like right off the bat you can already hear like production things going on that they've never done in their previous records, like miking the electric guitar in addition to the amp. That's like one thing. There's like a lot of room mic stuff going on. This is also a Hugh song, which there's not a lot of Hugh songs,
So who
so it's cool that they.
mainly sings, or is it a balance?
I would say like it's Mark and Brian the vast majority of the time, and then Anne is like the singer on the next most amount of songs after them.
Hmm.
But Hugh is like the person that does lead vocals the least, so I think it's cool that he gets the title
First
track or
song.
the intro track on this.
I really like this song. It's really good.
Yeah, it's a great start to the record. You can hear like the room mics on the guitar there, the lead.
Hmm.
And these are like really straightforward, just like rock sort of riffs and things
Yeah.
that you don't hear a lot on their previous records too. It's like very driving
Hmm.
and also pretty fast.
I really like the guitars on this. They fill up the entire space. I like that.
Yeah. This is such a cool break.
starting.
They
and
got
stopping.
really good at managing space. Having 3 guitars, it can be really dense. And then Ann's bass parts are always so good. Then you kind of get like, was it like 2 or 3 songs for one here, because it's like the second section is like nothing like the first.
Oh, you want me to play
I think
the
that happens like
the second section?
maybe just a little bit, just to get a sense.
Kind
This
of
reminds me
solo.
of the Lonesome Crowded West a little bit.
By Modest Mouse.
Modest Mouse, yeah.
I haven't heard that one yet.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the one in my opinion, but
I actually haven't heard any.
for sure.
Yeah, Modest Mouse. I need to. Hang on.
Okay, then start there for sure.
So it's kind of like a breakdown.
This is a It's a little more. They're really unafraid to be like a little shambolic and like not. You can tell they're not like super precious about things, but it's in a way that's like. I think that is like the thing that's the most impressive to me about this band is how they walk the tightrope of like things. It's almost like Pavement, where they're okay with things falling apart a little bit, but it always stays like super good and like I don't know. Things don't always have to be pristine.
Yeah. This kind of reminds me of, I don't know, one of the songs on Crooked Rain. I don't know. Can't think of the song. But yeah, it's the first track. What do you think about the lyrics on this one?
I don't I really haven't thought about them very much.
Yeah, I don't know.
Honestly.
This is like, yeah, that's why I ask you, because I don't really understand. Because I know it's like really surreal lyrics, kind of otherworldly. But
sometimes
yeah.
I think sometimes it's more like they don't always have to be. I think sometimes the vocals are just there to make, to fill space or to provide a melody, to fill a musical purpose. And I could be wrong in the case of this song, but I feel like they're really there to serve the music more than to say too much on their own.
I see. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have much to say about the lyrics. So you want to just go to the next?
Yeah.
Oh. So.
This is some feller humor.
Yep. Yeah, and this one's by Brian, and he sings.
If these lyrics have a meaning, it is lost on me.
Yeah,
But I love them.
They're good. I think, and I actually really like that because I'm a Guide by Voices fan, so I have to appreciate that. Like saying like just nonsense sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, looking for horse hats. I love this riff so much. Like, just like the 3 different guitars alternating notes to play one riff.
Yeah, that's sick. I actually really like that.
And then we passed it, but the intro here, like the bass and the drums, are just like a reversed copy from later in the song. It might even be this, now I think about it. I just checked on that the other day. I was like, I'm going to reverse this and hear what it is. Then we get like some just like rock riffs here. I really like the layered vocal there. It's like the distorted vocal.
Yeah, underneath it.
A really cool distortion.
Oh, I really like this part. The background.
Yeah. And that's the way that those like right there where it's like I don't know, the way that the instruments play together and that sort of thing is kind of what I was getting at earlier with like how Animal Collective appropriates from their songwriting a little bit. Maybe it makes no sense, but
I don't really see
in my mind it does.
But like you're talking about his like specifically the drumming on this.
Yeah, maybe. Well, it's like the way that the instruments play like synchronously in like these sort of like start and stop sort of things.
I don't know.
It's not just like a straight rhythm, like just straight eighth notes or something. It's like these instruments play together on the 1 and the 2, and then they stop, and then they, you know, something else plays on the 3 and the 4.
Yeah.
This riff is
yeah, some Americana like, type of thing.
I mean, they can play. These guys.
I mean, yeah, they're talented.
You watch them live and like.
Have you ever gotten to see Thinking Fellas live?
I would love to. I found out they were playing a reunion show in Portland, and had I known like a week earlier, I would have like flown out. But it was like a secret show.
Oh, really? I see.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm holding out hope one day.
Yeah.
This is cool. It's like a little Western movie sort of sounding riff, but it kind of like
cowboy.
I don't know.
Like,
a little eerie too. And they do like I don't know. They've covered parts of the score from a Fistful of Dollars, like an old Western movie.
Oh, really?
So it doesn't surprise me that they would take some influence there. But yeah, what were you gonna say?
Oh, no, nothing. Or I guess secret shows. Are they active on social media, or are they kind of
a little bit
secretive
on Instagram mostly? Yeah, but it's just like, you know, they're not talking about doing anything in the future. They're just talking about like reissues and
yeah. I saw that 2022 they did Strangers of the Universe.
Yeah, there's a like sub record label trying to think of what it's called. The one that's re-releasing all of their stuff is called Bulbous Monocle, and so they're sort of like a label that was created to put out exclusively, maybe not exclusively, but like Thinking Feller stuff at first, and now they're branching out to like other SF Bay Area sort of bands.
Cool. Yeah, I want to get this album. I think this one's my favorite. Probably.
Yeah, dude. It's underrated for sure.
All right. Yeah. So next, we got Holy Ghost.
This is some like classic, like sort of like the Gothic Americana sort of thing in the lyrics. From Mark.
So yeah, they kind of had that towards the end, the Americana Western thing. So let's see it in the lyrics.
Yeah, and I think it's there in like the middle period stuff too, if not like all along. But I would have to like look at the track list of every record to be able to say with certainty. I think, you know, they grew up in Iowa, so I think that kind of thing has always been with them a little bit.
Yeah. So I don't know like, where's Iowa on the U.S. map.
Oh, Iowa is like what would be called like flyover country,
okay.
like middle America, sort of, you know.
I see.
Like people don't really go there. It's very rural. A lot of farmland. But this is kind of what I was getting at with like those sort of like it's not like a dissonance in the riff, I guess, necessarily, but it's like a very weird like minor key sort of thing.
It's not like, it doesn't feel like, I don't know, like
no one would come up with this and be like, oh, I've got like the melody of a pop song.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's not. which
but
they can do, but yeah.
it's something really cool. It's like kind of spooky. It's a little bit, you know, a little bit eerie, and like you got the like backing vocals. Like who thought of that?
It's like, yeah, it's creepy. No,
But it's really cool. I like the drum pattern here too.
yeah.
And then we get like more of a standard like Fellers riff, a little more rock. Although I think there's viola in all of this too.
I like this viola. It's kind of like setting up a soundtrack, like that, of the theme of the song.
Yeah, and like just like the composition of like having parts like this in the middle of the song. it's kind of like, I guess I don't know if it's just something that comes naturally to them to like think of songwriting in these terms, to go out on limbs like this,
They're
or if
risky.
it was just like this is the last record and let's like do something, let's be a little more ambitious and like I don't know, do things that are a little more conceptual or something. Because this is like a very strange thing to put in the middle of a song, but I love it. I mean, you know. It's like very brooding, and like you have like the sort of like noisy viola.
Yeah.
Playing like a weird riff
Scratching.
there. It's a little bit reminds you a little bit of like Kale.
Yeah, Kale. When on the first one, when he played viola.
Yeah. I love these like quiet vocals a little bit to sort of ease back into the song.
I really like it.
There's just like the dynamic range of the songs. It's a lot stronger on this record than the others. They really leaned into like, you know, playing with where your attention goes and like building and releasing tension. And also, this is just a good example of like doing voices.
Accents.
In the songs, just like changing, you know, your singing voice to accomplish something else. That's something that like Animal Collective does a lot.
Yeah. Or
like AV will, you know, sort of take on different voices for different parts.
Yeah, also Sebadoh also does that too. The accent changes.
Yeah. It's almost like cinematic, like some of the moments on this record.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that.
It's something they didn't really do much before. I think this record also has like a flow to it, like an intentional like sequencing, and like they wanted songs to sort of ease into each other more naturally.
Because these, apart from the first song, I feel like these are very like similar. These groups.
Yeah.
Like
they have like intentional interludes and like shifts in emotion, shifts in mood, even to a point of like, I guess we'll get to it later, but like putting like Boob Feeler and what's it called, 91 Dodge Van.
Yeah, which is
they put like their most emotional, vulnerable song that they've ever written almost, and then they put a song called Reminder after it to tell you like, remember Boob Feeler? We're not that earnest. Like don't get too sad.
Yeah. It's funny. Yeah, and those are towards the end of the album. So
I love this track.
Yeah, this is Everything's Impossible.
This is a song. I wouldn't say the lyrics are like
They're a little sad.
you know, they're not like, they're definitely not like meaningless lyrics or anything like that, but I feel like the music really carries the mood, and the lyrics are kind of like
Secondary to that.
yeah, in a way. I think the music says more than the lyrics do, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
But yeah, I don't think they're like bad or anything, or like an afterthought. I think it's just like, this riff is so fucking cool.
Yeah.
They really like to play with these like little brooding moments. Sorry, I keep talking over you.
Oh no, it's okay.
I think maybe when you're such a loud band for such a long time, there's something more satisfying about like restraining yourself sometimes.
Yeah, it's very slow.
Yeah, this feels like it was probably written as a jam, if I had to guess. I think there's some piano here, maybe. Yeah. I think they did a lot of like reamping their vocals here too on this record. I'm not totally sure if they did it on this song.
Wait, what do you mean by reamping? Like
when you run your vocal into like a guitar amplifier or something,
oh,
you get a little bit of a different sound. They did it on at least one song early in their discography called is it Sister Hell? No, it's It Wasn't Me. There's like a distorted vocal, but they do it on this record in a more subtle way, I think.
Yeah,
assuming
quiet,
that's what it is.
Quietly amplified. Yeah, and this is kind of similar to the like that drum pattern.
Yeah. Yeah, just like super moody. They don't do a whole lot of this on their previous records. But I think that shows some of the like emotional depth that exists in their music too. Like even though they're not super sincere and personal in their approach to lyrics, I think the emotion in the music is certainly there.
Yeah, they can like write it without having like personal lyrics. Like they can make it.
Yeah.
They can add emotion without necessarily the writing being that way.
Yeah.
And then
this might be my favorite track on the record.
And yeah, so this is You in a Movie, and it's written by Mark Davies and Brian. And yeah, the main guys. And this is also a music video we can watch. Oh.
Yeah, I think it was like a fan video.
Yep.
You know, this is like really cool, like noise rock sort of riffs, like dissonance all over the place, and like over like a breakbeat kind of deal.
This feels like kind of 1,000 Leaves by Sonic Youth.
I'd have to listen to it again to remind myself.
Because they do that, like the last track feels like that. Like they do that like really quiet, like just tapping through.
Yeah, I really like the vocal interplay on this one. Like, I think Anne is on here, bits and pieces too. But there's like some cool like spoken like one-liners here and there. And
oh, this is
like that.
Whatever that is, I don't know what that is. Like, just put through an effect.
Yeah, like someone trying to sound drunk or something. There's also whatever that fuzz is it's a cool sound too on the guitar.
Oh, the
Cool
accent
change. Some more jokes. Maybe not jokes, but humor.
Won't long.
Just like a cool drum thing in the bass groove.
Is that Anne?
Yeah, that's Brian. Just doing
Brian.
a voice.
Oh, okay, okay. I thought it was Anne.
More voices coming up.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I haven't really thought about the vocals like that. Yeah, on these listens, I'm appreciating them more.
Yeah, there's a lot to dig into.
Yeah.
Because there's 5 people plus the producer, so a lot of ideas. There's a lot of cooks in the kitchen, and you're bound to like find new things upon repeat listens.
Yeah, I guess it's on me. I only listen to a choice.
Yeah. But they got a deep discography. There's a lot
To dig into.
a lot to stew on, for sure. They're one of those bands. I don't know how you approach like listening to new music, but like there's some bands where like I'll just listen to like that band for like a month and just like listen to all of their material, and Thinking Fellers is definitely one of those bands for me. Or I could just like listen to like 3 of their records on
Repeat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, similar, but yeah, I'm not really for specific artists. Maybe just like specific albums. Like,
Yeah.
I'll just like spam listen to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I think
one is
most of the.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
You're good. You can say what you're gonna say.
Oh no, it's just it had nothing to do with the fellas.
I gotcha. I was just gonna say the rest of the song is pretty much just the riff. Do you want to go to the next one?
Yeah, sorry. I was just like thinking about like the things I was listening to. Yeah. Oh, what happened here? How do I go back in? Okay, that's fine actually. Anyways, yeah. So this is in the stars. I can sizzle like a battery. And yeah, on Spotify it doesn't say that, so I didn't know. But yeah, that's
it's just called In the Stars.
Yeah, In the
or
Stars.
something like that. Yeah.
And this one is Mark Davies.
Is it credited as that or listed as that? Yeah, it's listed on the record as In the Stars. I can sizzle like a battery. They are like you can tell that they appreciate language and words in the lyrics for sure, even if they're not saying too much.
Yeah, I just want to pull up the lyrics. Sorry, accident. Wait, sorry, say that again.
Yeah. I was just saying you can tell they like to like play with language. Just looking at the word choice here.
Yeah. And this is like, to me this is like Thinking Fellers like lyrics, like
yeah, 100%. Classic Fellers.
Dreamy.
Puffy pancakes plodding through my belly.
I really like this part. This is actually one of my favorite parts on this album. That vocal.
It's like, it's so indulgent, but it's so fun. Like if you're not into it, then They don't care. They're gonna do it anyway. This is like, it's like aggressively obnoxious, but it's also like, I don't know. I think that there's something. I hope it's not just something that's wrong with me or in other people that listen to this music, but I think that there's something in our brains that enjoys that naturally, that like almost craves annoying noises.
No, okay, yeah. Blueberry Boat by the Fiery Furnaces. Do you know that one?
Blueberry Boat by who?
The Fiery Furnaces.
I don't.
It's just like the same thing, like pop songs that are like just that have like really aggressive like sounds, and I think I agree with what you're saying. Like, I think I really love that like annoying music. Like I really like we were talking about this one. Is Mikachu this Never by Mikachu and the Shapes annoying? Anything? Not really. I don't think so. But maybe Deer Hook in that way too. It's like that.
I think, it's all subjective. Like,
yeah.
Anyone can get annoyed by anything, but I think there are times when it's like hard to deny that something is a little bit annoying, or like it.
But they do it in a tasteful way, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very musical, and like he's pretty on pitch in this like falsetto, this like really.
He's goated.
Like super nasally falsetto, but he's still like hitting the notes. I really like the like, I don't know if it's like a flanger or phaser or what on those drum hits, the doo 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 doo. It makes it sound like rubbery or something.
Yeah, that was interesting.
There's like lots of those little production details all over this record. Could tell that they were like, I don't know if it's because they were taking their time with it, or if it was just like maybe Greg Freeman got more involved or something like that, or maybe they all knew their way around the studio better. But there's a lot more attention to detail with the production, putting effects on things, recording in different ways, room mics, whatever, reamping vocals.
Yeah, reamping vocals. Yeah, it's very cool. I'm glad that I brought you on because you're into that, like, because I don't notice these things, like, because I'm just dumb and I'm not really.
No, it's just something that you pick up on.
Or I mean, I haven't like
when
really
you make
digged in, yeah,
a lot of music, yeah.
Which you have for sure. Sorry. Okay. So next song. So this one is El Cerrito. How you say it?
Yeah, the little hill.
Yeah, and there's an instrumental version on this that is from Mother of All Saints. And what is that song? Or is it the same thing?
It's the same song. I guess El Cerrito or El Cerrito, I don't know what the pronunciation would be, but it's a translation of the Little Hill, and it's a town like in the Bay Area. It's like, I guess, centered around this like small hill. Another one of those like sort of Gothic Americana type songs.
Warped America.
And this is, I think, the only song that they like re-recorded and put on another record. Like a different version of it.
Yeah, with added vocals.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember this one.
Which is interesting. Interesting that they chose this one to do. I guess sometimes the song just sticks with you and something you write. Like
kind of like car seat headrests, like he'll just like take things that he recorded previously.
Like redo them.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have something to add, I think it's always like a valid thing. I think now too, it's so easy to like throw something up on Bandcamp and then decide there's something about it you don't like, and you
and then
replace it.
Exactly.
It's kind of like there's like a new and I know like Kanye has put out like albums, and then like updated the songs.
Yeah. Like Dawn the 2 was supposed to be like there's like supposed to be like patch notes like in a game or
Yeah,
something like.
it's a weird thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting that people don't talk about that
Yeah,
more.
like they're kind of like not very attached to the songs. Like they think they're
Yeah, there's
always could be.
when publishing is so easy, it's like finality. Having a finished product is not it's harder to arrive at that place and just like be happy with something or be willing to part with it.
Mhm. Yeah,
But
I respect that because Bandcamp didn't exist in this era,
yeah,
so I think it's
but I
cool.
also think this is cool that they, another thing is you have, if you're in a studio, if you like were working in one studio at one point in time when you wrote the song and it sounded a certain way in that studio, and you're in a new space, it's like the space could be like inspiration to redo that song and try and get like a better sound.
Hmm. Yeah.
Or maybe they just felt like it fit on the record. I don't know.
From the previous album,
Yeah,
it fit the theme. Hmm.
but yeah. Can move on to the next one if you want.
Yeah. I was like assuming there's gonna be not much in there. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is my favorite song on here, even though it's like very short. I
Yeah,
think
yeah. So
probably.
this is.
Oh yeah.
But you can go ahead and play it.
Yeah, but this is written by Anne Eckelberg, and yeah, and this is the only really the one she wrote mainly on this album.
Yeah,
I like this
this
part.
is a re yeah. It's a little. It's like a micro filler
Yeah.
moment. It's just really like, yeah. Let's leave in the weird string sounds. This is like a slowed down version of another clip. It's the same instrumental. They just like played it slower. Um, but yeah, this is like they're acknowledging that they're breaking up. And she says it right there, sentimentality always made me ill. Like they don't like to be too serious.
Yeah, and that's kind of funny that this song comes before the one that they re-recorded. Like kind of yeah, they're not very sentimental about like changing it up maybe.
Yeah, and it's just like, referencing like the van they toured in, that they eventually sold. So this is sort of like the eulogy for the band, but it's very short. I think that's like a little intentional. So let me remind myself of the sequencing here.
Yeah.
I know we said we would skip a few of them. So
Yeah. So wait.
see.
Yeah. Let me see.
We just so far we've just skipped like "You Will Be Eliminated" and "Birth of a Rock Song," right? Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
and "Boob Feeler."
Did
So
you
"Boob
want to?
Feeler," we'll just give it a quick mention. "Boob Feeler" is like a song that they put on here. That's like there's like a synth bass or something like that that has like an effect on it that sounds like a cartoon sound effect of the name of the song, someone feeling a boob. Um, I think it's pretty obvious to deduce. It's funny. It's like a like a sound form of a punchline of a joke when you see the title of the track, "Boob Feeler," and then you hear the sound. It should, if you have a good sense of humor, elicit at least a giggle the first time you put those two things together. But so after 91 Dodge Van, they play. There's a track called "Reminder" on the LP. It's "Reminder."
Oh really?
But anyway, they make sure to sandwich 91 Dodge Van between those two tracks in there, so that you don't get too. It's like, remember, we're not gonna get too sad about this. This is
Yeah.
who we
So we're
are.
gonna play this like interlude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. And
Reminder just being like the same instrumental as Boob Feeler.
I see. Okay.
All right, so
Yeah, next song is The Barker.
yeah,
And yeah, Mark Davies.
which has it's pretty great lyrics on this one.
Yeah.
Probably the ones that stick in my head the most out of anything on the record. This burger's gonna make you fill your panties.
Yeah, added. Oh, that's not added vocals. That's rap.
Yeah, I think there's pitch shifting on it, like going up an octave. I don't know who did the pitch shifted vocal.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Probably Mark, if I had to guess, but or Ann.
Yeah, this kind of feels like a no wave song or something.
Yeah, this like noise rock intro. It's like a rare moment right there. If you pay a lot of attention, you can hear where like the seam in the editing is, where some of the tracks start.
Like the transition.
Yeah, there's like a sort of jarring, not super jarring, but there's like a section where like multiple instruments come in at the same time, where it like if you were looking at it in a digital audio workstation, it's like if you
There's like a big like
trimmed a file in the middle of the waveform and then deleted everything before it. So it comes in, they're like already in the middle of the waveform a little bit. It's not very important.
this is another part I really like. The cream will make you sing.
This is like another great example of like obnoxious sort of like, but it's like pop. It's very poppy, and you have like this great. I love this guitar, the clean guitar part so much.
Yeah.
This is like another little. Well, I guess that's not mic'd electric guitar. Those are like banjos. Yeah, I love like this instrumental is so great, especially when you get like the fuzz bass part.
Yeah, I hear
this is like a strong contender for best track on the record.
Yeah, this is a good one. I think this might be my second favorite.
That bass is so good. You got the organ in there too.
And who plays the synthesizers, organs?
It's usually Mark or Ann plays the keyboards, but it could be anyone. It's a great last line too.
Then I'll use shots. Yeah, and that kind of goes into their letters, right? Like, because on their website they have everything, basically. The letters they sent to each other when they were.
Yeah, they have like their tour journals, personal journals, which go into quite a bit of detail, like some pretty vulnerable stuff to be putting up there for a band that doesn't take themselves too seriously, and then they have their like email correspondences as a band to each other in like the 90s, where like the funny thing about those, I guess there's two things. One is like etiquette for online communication was very different, and it was much more akin to writing a letter. Whereas now it's like so easy to have these little fragmented thoughts, like each thought is its own line and you just press enter and like the other person sees it or whatever. Their messages to each other are like very long. Like very long, complete ideas, extended bits where, because communication is so slow, it's like the bit goes on for like multiple paragraphs or whatever, and it's like 5 paragraphs of like being in character as like a knight or something who really has to like take a dump, and he's like the end of the purpose of the entire thing is just to ask if they wanted to hang out on Thursday. Like
Really intricate. Yeah.
it's yeah.
And even
And
like,
the
oh yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say the other thing is their sense of humor is like very I think
Scatological is
yeah,
how they
and
describe it.
you could I think like there's a certain brand of internet humor that like came after it, which was like overly verbose. Like when you would take like any given sentence and then you would like dress it up in the most complex language you can think of or whatever, or like make it like too wordy as like a way of being funny.
Hmm.
Um, it's like a very specific like sort of meme humor that
Like old
really doesn't exist that
English,
much anymore.
like
Yeah, a little bit. They would do some of that, and I think it's like easier to. It's funny that I'm picking this apart so much,
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
but
all good.
I think if you go into it with an impure heart and you read those emails, you could be like, "This is cringe." What? But I think if you go into them like loving the band or whatever and like knowing the time period, they're pretty funny to read.
Yeah, I haven't read them, but I'm actually, yeah, now that you describe them, I'm curious to look
Yeah,
into them.
they're a good time if you are a Feller fan.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they're up there.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, all on their website. It's like,
Yeah,
yeah, first thing you
their
look up.
Web 1.0 website,
Yeah, I like that. Very
which is still up.
DIY.
Props to whoever is paying the domain name registration and the whatever hosting fees.
Is it not them or?
I'm sure that it is. I'm sure it's like Mark or something. But
Sure.
to keep that website up for 20 years is
Mm.
hats off to them.
Yeah. Um. So this is he keeps himself fed. So this is the last track on here.
Yeah,
And oh yeah, okay, I didn't know. Forgot. This one is also another Anne song, but this is a very long one. So it's very
yeah. Starts with a Joker sample.
mm. Okay, I didn't pick that up, yeah.
Yeah, and there's like at least 2 sections to the song from what I remember. It's like you have like this riff at the beginning. It's like big rock riff, like huge and distorted.
Yeah.
And then eventually it becomes like this sort of a dirgy kind of thing where the vocals come in. This sounds like a Brian riff to me. I could be wrong. This could be a Mark thing, but this sounds like Brian to me.
Do they have like roles? Like do they play rhythm guitar or like uh
Not not like strictly. I think I've read interviews where they were like, Hugh plays the most like a rhythm player or whatever. But I just have like watched a lot of live videos to be able to determine like who's playing what. And this sounds like something that I've seen that I would see Brian play, I think. But I could definitely be wrong. This could be anyone.
yeah, very chunky riff.
Yeah. Just like super big rock riff. It's a great riff, dude.
And this part. It's like a slow down of that.
Yeah, like a tape slow down, whatever
Oh, this is
the
cool. I
tape
like
loop
the cool
was.
texture.
Yeah. And then we get like the like second section.
Ooh, it's kind of like Ambient 4 on land by Brian, you know. Scary. Scary interlude.
Yeah, I think this is like I don't know, to me this is definitely like the one record that plays with sonic landscapes the most out of their
Mm-hmm.
discography, and I think that was always like a strong point of theirs, like the world building. So to me, that's why I'm like, this is like the one that needs to be talked about more. I mean, I think the only reason it really didn't is because they decided to end the band before it came out,
Oh,
and so they
okay.
didn't really get to tour this record at all.
Oh.
And I think that's why. Because if you watch, when you listen to like the live sets, like on the Internet Archive, or if you like watch the few videos that are out there of them playing live, like you
Mm-hmm.
see the moments where like the crowd reacts the most, the moments that get the most applause or like, and I think there are moments on the like this record that get like a lot of love from the crowd, just as much as like some of the other things like My Pal the Tortoise or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's just a matter of like not enough promotion
Yeah, it's
with this record
unfortunate
is
that
sort
they
of
just,
overlooked.
yeah, they did that.
I
I
forget, is Anne the person, does she sing on this? I know sometimes like one person writes the
yeah,
lyrics and the other person sings.
I think one of the guys do sing on this.
Yeah, I think maybe like they layer their vocal with Anne. I forget. But yeah, I'm glad we talked about this one. It was tough because
Mm-hmm.
I do love Mother of All Saints a lot, but I was also like, well, Mother of All Saints is really long.
Yeah,
It's
and that one, yeah, I mean, that one, for me, I need to listen to it more. I can't say for certain, but that one was my least favorite one when I
yeah,
listened to it.
yeah, I totally get that. It's like it's a good like middle record to listen to when you're going through their discography. It's not really where you want to start.
Yeah, it feels like a fan, like for the fans, almost like
Yeah, for sure.
thing that
And
I.
but I will say it has the most and the best filler, especially if you are listening to the crowded diaper edition of the band of the album that
Oh
has
wait, is there a different version?
well, I think the one on Spotify is the crowded diaper version.
Okay, so I
The
didn't
thing
miss
is,
anything.
yeah, it's like such a long record. It's like a double record, double LP, maybe
Mm-hmm.
triple LP. Um, maybe even four sides. I'd have to pick up my copy and check.
Wait.
But
Hold
huh?
on. I'm just listening to vocals. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, it is. It's just Anne. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, they do so many like accent changes I can't tell anymore. Yeah. So yeah, that's Anne.
Yeah, she just has like a delay effect on her vocal.
Yeah. What were you saying?
But yeah, it's such a long record. I think like maybe there's certain prints of the record that don't have all of the filler on it, and it's unfortunate because I just think of all the people who have a copy of Mother of All Saints and it doesn't have like a bunch of tape loops of fart sounds on it.
Like that's needed.
It's sad.
You need
It's sad to
that.
think about that people are experiencing the album not as it was meant to be experienced.
With
You
all,
got to get the crowded diaper.
it's just one song, or
It's
one.
it's like an addendum of like 4 extra tracks, which are mostly filler, if not all filler.
Oh, I
Filler.
see. Okay, so four. Yeah, that's a lot. You
There's
need
like
that.
one. There's like 2 they're doing like a bit where one of them, I think Mark and Hugh are doing a bit where like they work at like a supermarket or something, and there's like a lot of scatological humor involved.
God damn it.
And
Yeah.
there's one that's just like grunts and fart sounds. But
Oh man.
good stuff. I mean, they also have Brian Hagman also did like a noise 7-inch under the title. The name is Brown Supper, I think. I have it on my YouTube channel.
Yeah,
The only
and the YouTube is Burnout Club. I'll link it on, because I forgot to add your channel on the Friends of the Podcast. Friends of the Show.
yeah. Appreciate it. I just post if I find like something on Discogs or
Archives,
whatever
yeah.
that is not available, I'll post it on there. But I don't post very often. I have like a couple things that I need to put up there, but
Mm-hmm.
um, two of the five things I have on my channel are Feller related. I have Brown Supper, the full seven, and then I've got Sun Supreme, which is uh, Sun City Girls plus Anne Eichelberg from Thinking Fellers, and
Oh,
I think there's one other person, maybe two other people involved from the band Vomit launch, which I guess the biggest claim to fame for that band is one of the members is now uh, I think he's the owner of Jackpot Records, and he also runs Tape Op, or like is one of the co-founders, or like Tape Op magazine. It's a home recording magazine that's like
hmm.
free subscription.
Wait, what is
Uh,
the label? Jackpot Records. What albums have they put out? I don't know that one.
it's a recording studio. They might have a label too, but Jackpot Records or Jackpot Records is like the record store. There's like three things I think, or
Matter
two
Jackpot
things. There's the
related.
record store and then there's the studio.
Okay,
Both are
okay.
in Portland, if I remember correctly, but I could be wrong. I've been to Jackpot Records in Portland,
Hmm.
but
Nice.
yeah. But it's Sun Supreme is the record I was talking about, and it's like a noise record primarily. It's not like super noisy. It's more like free improvisation. Um,
Hmm.
just not. It's not like songwritery at all.
Yeah, barely
I don't
music.
think there's vocals.
Hmm. I see. And what was the Sun City Girls plus and they're playing together?
Yeah,
Cool. Okay, I
it's
actually want to
and
listen to that then.
I don't know who's playing what. I would assume that the Sun City Girls guys are playing their usual instruments for the
Hmm.
most part, but who knows?
Sun City Girls, yeah, that's one of the bands I haven't really. I've listened to the their famous one, Torch of the Mystic.
Yeah. So
I've
they were great friends with Thinking Fellers, from what I understand. I mean, Rich Bishop has played with Mark Davies like off and on in Portland,
Hmm.
a sort of like little, you know, like they'll play a set that's like a few Thinking Fellers songs and a few Sun City Girls songs, but
Oh,
it's
so like
just
a
like
split.
duo guitar and vocal, like
Oh, so they'll
no
play on
drums or
both
bass.
songs. Yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, they just play together. Not like super consistently or anything, but like they've done that a few times from what I understand.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah,
Uh,
they're similar in a lot of ways.
yeah, but yeah, they're friends. They write about Sun City Girls a bit in the emails. Also, the name of the EP, "Admonishing the Bishops," is a reference to the Bishop brothers from Sun City Girls.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, we kind of touched on a lot of these, but well, we'll answer maybe some of them. I guess. Yeah, what do you think? Thinking Fellers' like impact on indie rock or like noise rock, whatever, like genre you name it. But like, what do you think is their impact on?
I think it's like they are like a band's band. Like if you are into this stuff, if you're like a big fan of like indie rock, like of a certain time period or a certain style, I think like people who make music, especially,
Your
like
favorite band's favorite band, kind
yeah,
of.
exactly. Like this is certainly like one of those cases because the quality of songwriting is like very high, and
Mm-hmm.
they're just like a really fun live band. Like so many like great qualities to this band. So I think like you know, like Animal Collective is a great example of a band that takes a lot of influence from Thinking Fellers in one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's there. It's just like understated, especially because they're not really. They don't get talked about very much or enough, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they had a little bit of press when they did the re or the comp. These things remain unassigned. It was a few years ago. They're still putting out reissues of some of their records slowly over time.
Nice.
But yeah, I think it's just like if you know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely like super slept on band. But
Yeah, I would say they definitely need more recognition than they do right
yeah,
now, I think.
yeah, like when people talk about like big '90s indie bands like Polvo, Unwound,
Yeah, like those.
Jesus Lizard, whatever, like Thinking Fellers should be in that conversation. And maybe the fact that their name is like so long and goofy is like
Yeah,
part of
like
the problem there. But
um
I love the name. I know it was supposed to be like a placeholder name or something, but
really? Oh, what was
I
the
think it's great. I
hmm.
think it was just like a bit that they were doing one night when they were all fucking around, and like they
Yeah.
came up with this idea of like these prognosticating like hillbillies that like
They
uh named themselves the Thinking Fellers Union Local 282 or
yeah,
whatever, and then they just used it.
yeah, I feel like that band name is just so good. I don't know, like I feel like
Yeah,
it perfectly describes what they kind of just do. Like they're just like fellers, like,
yeah,
like
yeah. Like everything about it's like a little bit cerebral, but it's also a little bit like informal, casual. The fellers, it's like a little jokey.
yeah.
So I think it works pretty well. But it's also just like it's a long name for sure, and it has a number in it too.
Yeah, I mean that's T full 282.
Yeah,
I guess yeah, last question before we wrap things up. Uh yeah, you said they're not planning on making new records, but if would you what do you think about a new one? Would you like that or
I would love it. I think like it's like you know, uh, I think like people when it's like, oh, we were a band 20 years ago, 30 years ago, whatever. A lot of these bands, they get too afraid to like sort of sully their legacy a little bit. They're like, well, we don't want to come back to it when we're whatever age, when we're 50, 60, and like put out another record and it's like doesn't live up and we sound old or
hmm.
whatever. Like, I think that there's a natural tendency to be like that. Also, I don't even think that's the case with Thinking Fellers. I think it's just they all live in different
Yeah, and
places and
they
they all,
haven't like and they didn't and they're not like they haven't broke up yet. Like or it's
yeah,
also
in a way, yeah.
cuz
They
they
never officially broke up.
yeah. So they kind of like, it doesn't have to be like a grand like statement like, "Oh, we're done forever," you know? Like
Yeah.
it's
But it's just a matter of like getting everyone together, which is
yeah.
difficult at that stage. And, it's difficult to find the time.
I mean, yeah,
Um,
the world is
they
so
live all over the place. And it's like, yeah, it takes a bit of time to write a record. Maybe they could like email stuff back and forth, but
mhm.
you never know. I don't know what all of them do for a career. I'm sure like most, if not all of them, have kids,
Yeah.
families to worry about. So, but you know, I would love a new Thinking Fellers record. I don't care if it's good or bad. I'm
You
sure
know,
it would satisfy me.
yeah, I think maybe yeah, using the internet would be something they like to like
Yeah,
sense of the collaboration there would be
yeah. It's like
cool.
asking like, do you want a new Pavement record? It's like, well, yeah. It's
But
like, do I expect it to sound like,
good
or like
or
Captain Jazz? Captain
or
Jazz, I think they're putting out a new record
and
this year or next
also
year.
LCD Sound System are planning one, and I'm nervous about that one. I think, from
Yeah,
as a fan of James
yeah,
Murphy, I don't know. I don't want him to like. I think the three that he put out. I think he should just leave off. I think and just
yeah. But it's like, you know, a lot of artists across different mediums, there's always like that sort of fear. Um,
mhm,
and a lot of the time it's like founded, like I think, excuse me, I think like there are a lot of people who have put out like work that is not their best or they're out of touch when they're older. And that's
mhm,
like a legitimate fear. Um, I think of like certain filmmakers like maybe like Jean-Luc Godard or something. Like their later material is like maybe not up to, doesn't have the same vitality as like their older stuff. But it's,
Mm-hmm.
I think the thing to keep in mind with that conversation, even though I don't really necessarily think it's applicable to Thinking Fellers, is like I think as long as you're human and you're alive, you still have value, you still have things to say, maybe like, or I think sometimes just doing the act of doing is like
Mm-hmm.
has value, like intrinsic value itself, just like making new art. So
Yeah, I think
regardless,
yeah that I think Black Dice, like one of the members, Eric Copeland. Oh man, we mentioned him. Forgot. We're not supposed to do that.
you're
Anyway,
not supposed to do that, dude. You're not gonna hear the end of it.
yeah, sorry guys. Yeah, prepare. I know, but Eric Copeland, I think he said something interesting about like that, like even like for his like friends, he doesn't have to like you don't have to like it, but like you can appreciate that they're like at least doing it, and they're
Yeah.
happy that
Yeah,
like
you don't have to listen. You don't have
yeah
to
you don't
watch,
yeah like you don't have to buy the product, but like
Yeah.
it's yeah I don't know
Yeah. But
so
sometimes then you have people like Scott Walker who like do like drone metal records, whatever, when they're 80 or something. And I don't know, that's cool too.
yeah,
So,
could be Scott Walker or anyone else.
yeah.
um yeah I think we touched on a lot of things
Yeah.
on this, and yeah, I suggest, like, if you haven't seen or listened to this re- record yet, I mean you should, but also if you have, where should you go if you're into this, like what
If
next
if
from
you
the
like
album?
Thinking Fellers, you've listened to this, you've probably already listened to Strangers from the Universe. If you haven't, that's where you go.
That's essential, yeah.
Yeah. If you've already checked both of those boxes, I would probably recommend Mother of All Saints. Um,
Yeah,
if not,
I think the EP is
check.
also like
Yeah, the EP is like all solid. Admonishing the Bishops is the one we're referring to.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think like I Hope It Lands is also like a really good candidate there.
And
So
that's probably
that's
the one I'm
probably the
gonna
other
go
one.
next.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for showing up and talking about
Yep.
the Thinking Fellers. And yeah, stay unmixed and stay unmastered, guys. Yeah,
Peace.
peace.